Look at me. All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here for this presentation. My name is Brandon Hollabaugh, and I'm doing a presentation on DUI, as we call it in Colorado, driving under the influence of alcohol. Here it's DWI. So if you hear me say DUI or DWI, I mean the same thing. The reason I can talk about this is because I'm a Colorado State Trooper and have a lot of experience dealing with DUI, arresting DUI drivers, and the negative effects that driving impaired has on the public. Okay, so every 2 minutes someone dies in the United States from DUI. Every 2 minutes. So if you look at your clock, 2 minutes pass by, someone's dead. New person's dead from driving, someone else driving under the influence. Since 1982, more people have died from DUI than in Korea War, Vietnam War, Desert Storm, and Iraq War. And that's a lot of people. So today I'm gonna give you some information about DUI, some numbers and statistics that you may or may not know that are unfortunate. Talk about the causes of DUI and how we can fix them. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by telling you some stats, some statistics about the deaths of DUI. 1 out of every 3 fatal crashes is because of DUI, and that's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In 2016, there was 1 death every 50 minutes from DUI. More than 10,000 deaths a year occur from DUI, more than 10,000, and that's from the National Safety Council. Okay? Every 2 minutes, someone is injured from DUI, and that's from the DUI Safety Manual. In 2007, the Drunk Driving Task Force of America estimated the cost every time someone dies from a DUI is $1,150,000. Every time someone is injured in a DUI crash, it costs approximately $52,900. And every time there's a property damage only crash, no one's injured, but it's still DUI involved, it's $7,500 in expenses for the vehicles and property that's damaged. So total deaths and damages, the cost for all of that's involved with DUI is $44 billion a year that it's costing. And that's directly from that's from NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Let's talk about DUI costs. If you get a DUI, just for you boys, $10,000 in legal fees, insurance premiums, driver's license reinstatement, and possible jail time getting out of jail. And that is not included wages lost. So if you think about it, you can't get to work because you lost your driver's license. Well, there's an additional cost on top of that DUI. Okay? So let's talk about why DUI is such a big problem. I think number one reason why DUI is a big problem is because of the attitude towards DUI. I've heard so many times that DUI is not that big a deal. People just don't think it's a big deal to drive impaired. And if you Google DUI, the first thing that will pop up is how to get away with a DUI. 10 ways to get away with a DUI. And you'll find that the very first things are promoting irresponsibility in our culture. And it's because of that lack of personal accountability that this problem progresses. Okay? Some of the things you'll find, ways to get out of a DUI are claim you have a medical condition. Claim that the police were police brutality or police misconduct. Claim you were not even driving. So what we're doing is we're teaching people how to plan for future DUIs, for future bad behavior. And we're continuing that bad behavior along throughout the generations. So we need to change that attitude. Okay? Some other things that are a little more innocent reasons might be thinking you're more sober than you are, you underestimating or overestimating your tolerance to alcohol, and driving tipsy. Okay? Driving tipsy is driving drunk. We've heard of that. Some ways that you can get around this are different forms of transportation: taxi, bus, friend, Uber these days. People drive Ubers. And if you're worried about leaving your car, you can call the local police department and ask for a no-tow request. Let them know you're intoxicated, you're taking a taxi home, leave your car, and they won't tow it. So how do we fix this problem? DUI patrol is the number one, and that's my job. I look for DUIs, arrest these DUIs. Obviously, we don't want that to be the number one thing. Education is a big component. Going into schools, teaching people about how the negative effects of DUI can affect you or your family, And that's the positive aspect of it. That's what we want to do. Okay? And then the very worst is natural selection, and that's the possibility of someone losing their life. And it's the worst effect. That's what we're trying to avoid by changing the outcome of this. So it may feel like a negative thing to talk about, but what I'm talking about is the positive aspects. How can we fix this problem? How can we make future generations safer than the past generations? Okay, let's talk about, well, for my conclusion, I want to tell you that there are many good solutions. And I think the solution starts with us promoting personal responsibility, us teaching younger generations about the positive aspects of responsible alcohol use and responsibility behind the wheel, and also helping out each other and watching each other and watching each other's backs, okay? The effects on the family can be great and terrible, but the effects of responsibility in the family and teaching each other how to responsibly manage this problem can be great and can have major positive outcomes. So I believe that we can fix the problem, and I'm here to tell you I have a positive outlook, and I think that we're gonna fix this thing. So thank you guys.